A very good afternoon, all. I am Dr. Sarika Makol, Associate Professor from SAGE Group of Institutions. Today I am talking about business memo, which we called as memorandum also. Now, see, this is another way of communicating within the organization. So, first of all, we talk about what are memos. Memos are less formal and shorter than letter. It is also a written format of information which we communicate from one department to other department, which is being used most oftenly for communication within the organization. The heading and overall tone make a memo different from a business letter. The format of memo is different from a formal business letter. All information is on the single topic, unlike the letters. Now, see the definition of business memo. It is a document typically used for communication within the organization, means between the subsidiaries or between the departments of one organization to transmit ideas, decisions, requests, or announcements. They are more private and more formal than emails, but less formal than letters. So, this makes it different from emails as well as letters. Now, this is the need of memo or uses of memo for which the purpose for which we are using memo in the organizations to give information to someone in the other department, to issue an instructions within the organization, to request for help from the other subsidiaries or from the other departments of the same organization, as well as to give the suggestions also to the other subsidiaries as well as the departments. Now, these are the various essentials of making or developing an effective memo, which one should keep in mind to get a good memo. First, essential is clarity, which is most important while writing a memo. The purpose of writing the memo should be clear in all the terms. It should be clear about whatever you want to write in that very particular memo. The information which you are giving in the memo should be clear. Second is conciseness. The memos should be to the point. It should not be too lengthy that it would take a lot of time to read it out. It should be to the point. It should be correct in all the senses, correct in punctuation, correct in grammatical things, correct in the meanings of the words which you are using. Concrete, it should be concrete. It means that it should be to the point as well as it should contain some facts and figures. It should not include the theoretical things rather than we can use here the facts and figures in this memos. Complete, it should be complete in all the senses. No incomplete information should be there in the memos. Only then it would become an effective memo. Unity of theme, for what you are writing the memo, it should be the single theme or it should be the single topic on which you are writing the memo, so that the information should be provided to the other subsidiaries. The tone can be formal or informal in this types of memos because it is being circulated within the organization, not to the outside world. We should try to use a courteous tone while writing the memos. The tone should not be, the words which we are using should not be harsh. It should be kind, and the memos should be concluding, conclusion should be appropriate in the memos. Only then we can make an effective memo. So if we keep in mind all these points or all these essentials, we can write an effective memo. Now, these are the advantages of memos. Memos are much quick and convenient to provide information within the organization. It is an inexpensive mode of giving information within the organization, and also it can give you a written record for reference, for future reference. These are the various parts of the memo, means the format of writing a memo. It should contain four parts: heading, opening, body, and closing. Now let us see the format of the memo. See, in the heading we include four elements: to, from, date, and subject. In to, we'll write name and designation of the recipient to whom you are writing this memo. Then from, who is writing this memo, the sender's name as well as his designation. Date, complete and current date should be there. Subject, topic of the memo, for what purpose you are writing that memo, or which information you would like to share within the organization, that should be mentioned in subject. Now see the example of the heading segment, like to whom you are sending this memo. To Mr. Rohan Gupta, Director Sales, his designation. From who is sending? Mr. Akash Ahuja and his designation. Then one should mention the date, and the subject can be sales summary for the year 2023. So it should be complete in all the senses, so that the other person should know that for what you are writing this memo to the other person. Now the second part is opening. In this you have to state the purpose of the memo and you have to give the facts. As in the essentials we have done that it should be concrete and concise. In the body, or the main message should be in the third section, that is the part of memo. It describes, explains and discusses the central idea of the memo and includes all the details that support the center's ideas, or the purpose has to be supported by this particular part, in which he has to explain the things in detail but with facts and figures. The body may contain a brief statement of the key recommendations also, which the sender wants to send to the departments or the subsidiaries. And now the closing part, you have to make a courteous closing statement. Do not use sincerely or other letter like ending like yours faithfully, yours sincerely. This is not needed, or this is not the part of the memo, as this is just an internal information which is being circulated from one department to the other department. So now these are the types of memos. We categorize these into two types basically: direct memorandums and indirect memorandums. Direct memorandums are of three types, in which we mention the routine inquiries regarding anything. It can be regarding financials, it can be regarding sales, it can be regarding collections, anything. Routine responses, what are the responses of our customers. Then policy memorandum and directives can also be circulated through these kind of memos. Then there are another types of memos, that is indirect memos, like any kind of a bad news can be circulated through these kind of memos, which is called as indirect memos. In this we are trying our level best to not mention the bad news directly in the memos, but it should be framed in such a way that it should not look bad to the other person. It can be, this information can be regarding any resignation of the person or other bad news. Now see the sample of memo. This is the memo which is being written for the purpose of appointment of a personal manager in your organization. Now see this, this has been sent to sectional heads of different departments. Then it is being sent from Ranjit Verma, who is the managing director, and the subject of this memo is appointment of personal manager. Now see how we'll start, as the first portion should be the opening one, in which we have written the purpose of writing this memo. I am pleased to share with you that we have recruited a new personal manager for our company. This is the purpose. Mr. Ram Dikshit has accepted the position effective from January 1, 2025. Now the second part is the complete description about Mr. Ram. So Ram comes to us with a wealth of experience. He was previously the personal manager at this hospital, where he looked after the performance of the human resources. So this is the second portion, that is the body part, in which we are describing or explaining the appointment of personal manager, how he is justifying his position in our organization. He also handled the recruitment and selection there, reviewed and analyzed the promotion policies, and helped conceptualize training and development concepts. The board has decided to hire him, keeping in view that we have some deserving internal candidates for this post, but they are outperforming in their present post, and board does not want any change in that structure. So this is the body part of the memo. Now the closing part, which should be in a positive tone, like we are excited about his decision to join the organization. Please join us in welcoming him to the company in his new role. So this is the positive or courteous tone we are putting up in the memo. And at the end, see, we have not written any yours sincerely or yours faithfully, as we used to write in the formal letters. In this, we have to simply mention the name of the person who is sending this memo, Ranjit Verma, his designation, company name and place. So this is the format of business memo, but we I can just say that the simple which it looks like, it is very very important to know how to write an effective memo. So for writing an effective memo, one should always try to just find out the keep in mind the essentials which I've already discussed in my this lecture.